subject social science, and as you know that it's a revision number 3. In revision video 1 we talk about chapter number 1 and 2. In revision number 2 we talk about chapter number 6 and 11, and today revision session 3 will take the chapter number 14 and 15, and in the last phase of this video we will talk about the map filling information. So chapter number 14, transportation, communication and trade. As you know that from this chapter I think so the question is not asked in the board examinations for more than 2 marks. So the weightage of this chapter is most probably in objective portion as well as only 2 marks questions, understood, or you can say for map filling information. So today we will discuss chapter number 14. In that, first one is that transportation. Now you just see students, before transportation we can say that all these 3 parameters, transportation, communications and trade, will you can say generation by generation it's developing. For example, transportation. Before the invention of the wheel, you know that the transportation means what? First of all, the definition of transportation. You migrate from one place to another place. It's called transportation. Otherwise, a goods is transporting from one place to another place. It's called transportation. So in earlier, you can say ancient time, the peoples are migrating from one place to another place by walking. Heavy loads will be carried on their backs. Slowly and steadily, they are using the animals. On the back of the animal, they load the goods, and they were transporting from one place to another place. And after the invention of wheel, then they were using the different vehicles like trucks, or you can say other vehicles. That through that the transportation is happened. But now, in some areas still, the like you can say bullock, elephant, horse, camel. These all animals are using for transporting goods from one place to another place. Now, in mountainous areas, listen students, it's an objective. Bhotia people. In mountainous areas, or you can say ascent area, the average in the average, the Bhotia people is used, or you can say that people will carry their loads. Now, in transportation, we'll today talk about a road system, railway systems, etc. But now, how the transportation is different from earlier times, that we will discuss. Different animals also we have seen that. Now, roads. You know that in that first topic is about road, or you can say roadways. Actually, the transportation is done through the roadways, railways, airways and waterways. So first of all, we will talk about that. Roadways will be having 83% total area, or you can say for the transportations. Then railway is having 9%. Then airways will having 6%, and waterway will be having only 2%. Now you just see, this is the total percentage is given for the transport means of transportation. Now, apart from this, we can say our first topic is roadways. Understood? Now you know that it also may be asked that how many types of roads are there in India. So total 5 types of roadways. 5 types of roadways. Now, in that first number is that national highway. In national highways, generally these highways are used to connecting the major cities of the country, or you can say through these highways we can interlink to other nations also. For example, Myanmar, Pakistan, Bhutan, China, Nepal. So these neighboring countries will connected to these national highways. And as you know that a golden quadrilateral means what? For example, the golden quadrilateral connect the 4 major cities of India. For example, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. So these major 4 cities of India are connected by the golden quadrilateral. Now, you know that the longest highway, it may also ask for the objective is that 44 number highway, national highway number 44 is the longest highway in India. Apart from this, so many national highways that is passing through Gujarat also or to our countries also. For examples, highway number 27, this 44 is the longest highway. Then highway number 27, then we can say that these are the numbers which are, these highway numbers are that which are passing through the Gujarat. 27, 41, 47, 41, 47, then we can say 141, 141 and 147. These highways, national highways are passing through the Gujarat. But this highway number is changed by the government of India in the year 2011. Year 2011. Now we just see that student. So lots of objective will be created from this portion. For example, how many types of roadways? 5 types of roadways. This percentage is also they may be asked for objective portion. Then national highway. It connects the 4 major cities of the country. Then which is the longest highway of the country? 44 is the longest national highway of our country. Then this national highway number may be asked for that, or 27, 41, 47, 141 and 147. These are the highways which passing by the Gujarat. But these numbers are changed by the government of India in 2011. So this first you can say part of the roadways is completed. Now second one is that state highways. Now students, state highway is generally used for the, we can say that important trade and industries. It may be used for the trade and industries, industrial purpose. Now, what is the meaning of state highways? Generally, these state highways connect the major cities, or you can say major district of the state. And for example, when you are traveling by your car, or you can say any vehicles, you just notice that the milestones is available beside of the road. On that milestone there are different colors. For example, yellow color, light green color, dark green color. So at that time you need to understand, okay, which is highway. From that color also you can understand. For example, if yellow color is there, it suggests that national highway, it is national highway. Light green color, it is used for the state highway, and dark green color is for used for the, you can say, district road. Understood? So these state highways is very simple. Only 2 or 3 things we need to remember. It is used for the trade and industries. It majorly connect the districts and the national highways. The construction of the maintenance of these highways is lies with the central government. Central government. Now next one is that district road, or you can say highway. Doesn't matter. Understood? Now this district road or district highways is connect the major, or you can say headquarters of the districts. And earlier these were all on metal road, but now these all were metal road. Is connect the headquarters as well as the major talukas of the districts. Now fourth one is that village road. Now under the scheme, for example, it is also one kind of MCQ, under which scheme or which project the roadways of village is improved. So under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, the village road is improved. It means before that they are using you can say on metal road, or you can say kacha road, but now it is metal road. Understood, students? Now, and fifth number is that border road. Now border road, you know that students, it is generally available near the borders of our country, okay, for example defense or security purpose. Now this border road organization institutions was established in 1960. In 1960, we may ask for this MCQ. 1960, in which year the border road organization is established? This year the border road institutions applied that the defense purpose or security purpose, they were applied the road throughout our borders. And even though they will be having the work to remove the snow from the, or we can say obstacles from the road. So this is the one question that total how many types of roadways that we have completed entirely. Now we'll move towards the another topic, but before that there is the one more thing is written over here, expressway. But students, just listen that expressway is not throughout the country, that is it is not included in roadways. Must remember that only 5 types of roadways are there. expressway is not considered as a roadways. Understood? Because it not lies throughout the countries. Expressway is being for generally from Ahmedabad to Vadodara. You are seeing that it is a one kind of facilities which provided by the government. Understood? Here the district road is the responsibility or maintenance of the district road is with the district panchayat, village road for the gram panchayat. Okay, and here one more time central government. So expressway provide the facilities. You can say there is a two-wheelers or three-wheelers, or you can say other. You can say by walking. That these kind of facilities are not available on there. Only four-wheelers or big vehicles are allowed to pass over the expressway. It means they are given the facility, in return that we need to pay the toll tax for that. Now our next topic is that, or you can say next questions, it may ask for 3 marks or 4 marks. That is the traffic problems or some suggestions for the to remove the traffic. Now students, you know that we already have discussed this, so we will not go through the each and every point, but we just take a glance on it. Now next topic is that traffic problems. Now and some suggestions to remove the traffic problem. Now student, if you know that it's a maybe 3 or 4 marks questions, so we can say that 2 or 3 months questions. Now, if you are a student, if you don't have a license, so you are not allowed to drive the vehicles. Okay, some suggestions. That is the, you can say, general knowledge questions also. Understood? Heavy vehicles should be run to the right hand side of the road, or small vehicles should be allowed to the left hand side. If it is not necessary, so don't overtake. If you want to overtake, just see that apply the dipper. So use a seat belt, wear the helmet. These are some traffic problems, suggestions that we need to include in our country. Example, that parking area should be allotted, park a vehicle not haphazardly in a proper lane, etc. Use the mirror to see or watch the different vehicles. Allow the ambulance, or you can say 108 fire brigade, these vehicles to give, you can say give them a way to pass by. Apart from this, do not drive the vehicles on the opposite side, or you can say wrong directions. Apart from this, we can say that always keep watch on a speed. Whenever you see that the turning area will be there, you must will be slow. So these are the some traffic problems or suggestions that is asked for, and it is general knowledge questions, so we will not discuss too much. Apart from this, we can say that another one is that railways. Next topic is railways. Now student, you know that railway is a very large network or largest national institution in our country, and in India ranks first in Asia and second in the world in railways. So it is a largest institution. Understood? It may ask for this. Then first rank in Asia, and second rank in the world, because we will be having a huge railway network in our country. Apart from this, we can say that there are 3 types of railways. You can say broad gauge, narrow gauge and meter gauge. But now, due to more expensive, the railway converted this all gauge into a one only, it is a broad gauge. Other trains are available, but in hill areas, or you can say for the tourist, or you can say for entertainment only. But now only broad gauge is available. Apart from this, we can say that some metro rails or monorail is also available. For example, Delhi, Lucknow, understood. For example, Jaipur. So these are the places or cities. Kolkata, the tram is going on. So they will be providing the facilities of metro train. Now students, if we talk about Gujarat, for example, Dibrugarh to Kanyakumari, it means from Assam to Kanyakumari. This is the longest railway track, or you can say railway route of our country, because it is starting from the Assam to Kanyakumari. It's a huge network, or you can say route of our country, which is known as a Vivek Express. And in Gujarat, so many railway junctions are there, but there is one MCQ will be there, so I will write over here. Ahmedabad is the biggest railway junction or station of the Gujarat. That we have need to discuss. Now, next topic is that we can say waterway. So in waterway we will not go through too much because in map we see what is the waterway, but we just take a glance on the waterway. Now in waterway, students, you know that there are two types of waterway. Okay, you can say that internal waterway, or you can say river canal. Now national waterway, it means what? Which provide the facilities of between the states only. Understood? We'll see further information in map also in the last phase of this video. Apart from this, you can say oceanic waterway. It means we will be having so many ports. For example, 30 major ports and 200 minor ports. In that, Bhavnagar is only the having the automatic lock gate facilities. Then Porbandar is the, you can say, entire free year. You can say free port for an entire year. So many ports from western side, it means from Gujarat to Kerala and Kerala to Kolkata. Now this is the symbol of you can say information about the waterways. After that there is a airways. Now airways, we know that it is the cheapest, not cheapest, we can say costliest means of transportation. Now airways is possible where you can say dense, or you can say forest or mountainous areas where the roadways or railways are not possible. Now today the Airport Authority of India will manage the network of 127 airports. How many? 127 airports. Out of that, 15 international airports, 87 domestic and 25 civilian airports are there in our country. Apart from this, there is a other means of transportation is that pipeline and ropeway that we have discussed already. Now our next transportations we have completed. Now we come towards the communications. Now in communication, now students, just see that in communications, in earlier ancient time, by smoke, by drum, by spreading the you can say huge noise, the message is passed to the people. But nowadays the communication is improved. Right now there are two types of communication. You can say individual communication and mass communication. Now you just see that in mass communication, now individual communication means what? Internet, social media and all these are included in internal communication, or you can say individual communication. It means one to one. And mass communication means what? That more than, you can say, two people will be giving you can say share the message, or you can say ideas or views. Understood? This was mass communication. It may ask for this question for 2 marks. What is included in mass communication? So there are two things: print media and electronic media. Understood? In print media, it is include printed material, for example magazine, newspaper, daily, or you can say periodically, monthly. These articles will be there in the print media. In electronic media, there will be you can say Akashvani. You know that Akashvani, Prasar Bharati is the autonomous body for the transmission in our country. For Akashvani and Doordarshan is our national channel. Total 450 radio stations are there in our country. They provide these things into 23 languages. That already we have discussed, so we will not go through too much about that. Okay. Now last one is that trade. In trade only two topics will be there: internal trade and international trade. Internal trade means what? Within the country, from one state to another state. For example, Punjab is producing wheat. Understood? Lots of wheat. So it export that wheat to our country. Our state. And Gujarat is producing salt because Punjab will not have the, you can say, seashore. So we will give them salt. So inter-exchange is called internal trade. And international trade, it means from our country to other countries. For what we are importing or exporting, that is called international trade. You know that India is well known as an exporter. It means we export so many things. For example, cotton cloth, spices, mineral ores, etc. things we are exporting. So students, here we have completed our chapter number 14. Understood? Now we will talk about map in this later phase of video after expression of chapter number 15. Now we move towards the chapter number 15. Now students will move towards the chapter number 15, economic development. As you know that economic, it means related to money. Understood? Every morning begins with a different criteria or different, you can say, views. For example, some people will be, you can say, when they wake up in the morning, understood, they are struggling to the, you can say, late night also. And while some people will be relaxing and then also they are earning lots of money. So why these things should happen? Understood? So these questions, answers will be given in this chapter. We have already discussed of this chapter. Now students, you just see that our first question of this chapter is that what is economic development? What is economic development? Now you just see students, you know that economic development means what? Related to money. But whenever it asks for 2 marks, you must have to be write these 3 words or 3 points. Otherwise, you will get the full out of full marks. First of all, that constant increase in the national income of a country. Constant increase in national income of country. Same way, our second you can say sub point of this topic is that constant increase in per capita income of a country. Constant increase in per capita income of a country. Third one is that change in lifestyle, or you can say life standard also. What is economic development? So constant increase in national income of a country, per capita income of a country, or you can say lifestyle. Whenever we find that improvement in these 3 parameters, so we can say economic development. Understood? If anybody asks that economically, for example, it may ask for objective that economically India is a which type of country? So we can say developing country. But how you can say India is a developing country? The question arises one more time. So that answer will be getting later also. Now next one is that after that we can say what is per capita income. If you find the per capita income, how to find the per capita? First of all, we can say national income. So national income is that you can say total income earned by the people. It is called national income. But now total national income divided by total population, and you will be getting per capita income. No doubt that after independence, our per capita income is you can say continuously increasing. Okay, so now we can say factors of developing economy. It means right now we discussed that economically India is a which type of country. So we can say that developing country. But on which basis we can say that India is a developing country, that we will discuss. So according to World Bank report 2004, if any countries will be having the per capita income less than $735, that country will be included in the developing country, and the country will be having that per capita income is more than $735, that country is called as developed country. Understood? And that is why our per capita income is too less. So we can say that economically India is a developing country. So how can we find that? This next question, and it may ask for 3 marks, and total 9 factors are there. We'll discuss 9 factors, but remember that in exam you need to write 5 or 6, not more than that. Factors of developing economy, you can say country. Understood? It may ask for 2 or 3 marks. Now you just see students, total 9 factors are there. I will not write each and everything in detail, but I will write the points and then we will discuss. Understood? Factor in the sense what, how we can say that it is a developing economy, or you can say these all factors are easily seen in the developing economy. Whatever the factors are there, you can easily notice in our country also. after completing these questions I will show you also that thing. Now first of all we can say first one is that less per capita income. You know that in developing country what then the people's per capita income is too less. Why? Because the population is continuously increasing. For example, if India is right now 130 crore people are there, our per capita income is we can say less than $735. But if we cross this, understood? So we come to into the we can say parameter of developed nation. But with that only our population is also increasing. So that is why we are not coming to the we can say the part of developed nations, because our per capita income is too less, and that is why the living standard of the people goes down only. Second one is that population growth rate. Now let us just see that the population growth rate is 2% or more than that in developing economy, and same you just see that more than 2% population growth rate is seen in our country also. Third factors of that, or you can say features of developing economy is that dependence on agriculture. It means here or that majority most probably the population of the entire country or most of the part of the country will engage in the agriculture. It means 60% of the population is engaged in the agriculture, and they will share only 25% in the national income. That we have already discussed. Now fourth one is that unequal distribution of income. Unequal distribution of income. Now here what the students you just see that unequal distribution of income in the sense here you just see that the income is unequal. For example, you can say that here 20% rich people share 40% in the national income, whereas poor 20% people just share only 10% in the national income. Now fifth features or factors of the developing economy is that unemployment. Now you just see students, the ratio of the unemployment is that 3% or more than 3%. Even the unemployment is up to a long durations. Generally seasonal unemployment, you can say disguised unemployment, or other kinds of unemployments are seen in this part. Now number 6 is that poverty. You just see that the rate of the poverty is too high in this developing economy. In our country also, so many people are there in the criteria of poverty. Seventh one is that dual economy. Now here we can say that one side the villages will be having the old machineries, or you can say unorthodox systems, rites and rituals, or one side will be having the luxurious and sophisticated lifestyle. So that things we have discussed. Number 8 is that insufficient infrastructure facilities. It means insufficient infrastructure facilities will be there. Now here banking, transportation, health, education, these all facilities are not in good conditions which developed nations will be having. And the last one is that you can say that trade, or you can say international trade. International trade. Here the import and export of these nations is imbalanced. For example, this country are you can say importing a lot. It means so many things we are importing and exporting too less. So in comparison of that, there were increasing of foreign debt. So students, here we have completed the 3 marks questions. Now students, our next question is that the difference between economic activity and non-economic activity. It may ask for 2 marks or 3 marks. Now we just see that what is economic activity and what is non-economic activity. Generally here spending or earning the money is included in economic activity, whereas here only for serving. The reason money is not, you can say, gain or given. Understood? Second thing or second difference between that, money is used to for the productions, or you can say other purpose or spending or earning. Money is in the center. Here social welfare is in the center. It means money is not required here. And the last difference, last point of the difference, we just write the example. For example, doctor, teachers, private hospitals, private schools, these all are included in economic activity, whereas non-economic activity, we can say NGOs, social workers, mother nurturing to one child, these all are included in non-economic activity. Next one is that structure of Indian economy. Now here students, there are three parts is there: primary sector, secondary sector, and C, service sector. Now you just see that agriculture and agriculture related activities, for example, cattle rearing, cattle breeding, animal husbandry, poultry farm, fishing, these all are included in primary sector. Secondary sector, or you can say manufacturing sector, here we can say that a small pin to big machines, these all are made up, so that is called secondary sector. Service sector, it means the area where providing you a service, in return we need to pay the money, that is called service sector. For example, bank, post office, telephone, railway, etc. are included in service sector. Now our next question is that factor of production. Now just see students, there are four factors of production is there. First one is land, second one is capital, third one is that labor, and fourth one is that entrepreneurship. Land is the, you can say, natural tool for the production. Land is required most. Capital is, you can say, man-made instruments which consist the assets, premises where the production is going to be done. These all are included in the capital. Labor is, you can say, living factor of the production. Labor means what? Physical or mental, you can say, work for gaining the money. Now last one is that entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means what? That we can say the persons who coordinate these all these factors together, it's called entrepreneurship. Now our next questions for the chapter is that methods of allotting resources. If you remember students, we talked about that there are two methods of allotting resources, that is market system and socialist system. Market system and socialist system. Market system and socialist system. For methods of allocating of resources, there are two systems. Market system, America and Japan have applied this system, and that is why through this system they were economically developed. In market system, profit is at the center, ownership is of particular persons or individuals, economic decisions are taken by them only. So these all things are included in market system. But it is the main question that features of market system. It may ask for 2 marks or 3 marks. Now what I have written only keywords that for explanations, you can say ownership. Ownership of the, you can say, either individual or private. Understood? Ownership of the production resources is either individual or private. Second one is that profit is at the center of the economic activity. What they want? Profit they want in the economic activities. Next one is that good opportunity. It means consumers get a good opportunity of choice. In private sector you will be getting good opportunity of choice. Government is not interfering in this system. Understood? That is why natural resources are wasted. Okay, so with this only we can talk about limitations of market system also. Distribution of resources based on a profit is at the center. It means the resources are distributed while keeping mind in the profit. Next one is that economic decisions are taken by price mechanism we keep in mind. Apart from this, another question benefits of market system. Now what are the you can say benefits? So first of all, economic decisions or you can say individual freedoms is protected in the market system. I will just go on through these only here. First of all, you can say economic freedom means what? Individual freedom is protected in the market system because all the decisions are taken by particular persons. Next one is that resources of productions are utilized to the greatest extent and efficiently. You know that profits is at the center. Okay, now two questions together we will take. Understood? It is features and right now I am discussing about benefits. Now second one is that all the resources, because profit is at the center, so resources are used at great efficiently, understood, and to the greatest extent to earn the more profit. Now third number is that abundant productions may be done. If you can say consumers want a good opportunity of choice, so you can say that abundant productions may be done, then otherwise you will not getting the good opportunity of choice. Now next point is that new explorations. Okay, here we cannot compare with this only. New explorations or research is continuously going on because if you want to be stand or stable in the market, so new research is must required for the become faster economic, and the quality of things improve because of competition. You know that right now you can say the era of competition, so it must require to improve or give a quality to the consumers. Last one is that limitation of the market system. So what are the limitations? Profit is at the center, so only luxurious items are produced, basic things are not produced. It means basic things are neglected, you can say. Second one is that due to lack of policy related to role of you can say government, natural resources are wasted. I already told you that of distributions or you can say limitations. Third number is that due to lack of knowledge and you can say ignorance, the consumers get exploited. Understood? Consumers get exploited. Fourth number is that due to centralization of property, the disparity of income is increasing. It means particular person's income is increasing. After that, you can say due to it's a privatization sector, there is an instability, accessibility, or you can say chances of exploitations of labor is also done. So students, here we completed our second questions, or you can say first questions of features of market system, second benefits of market system, and third one is about the you can say limitation of the market system. Now we'll move towards the socialist system. Now we'll move towards the socialist system. Now exactly opposite of the market system is called socialist system. That we will discuss. That will be having also you can say three question answer: features, benefits, and last one is that limitations. Now here socialist system. Now first of all you can say in that market system we have written the two nations named America and Japan. Now here we write that Russia and China economically developed through this system. Due to the failures of market system, the socialist system is emerged. You know that socialist system, it is totally run through the government. Here the government interference is 100%. Here profit is at not the center, and you can say social welfare is at the center. All the economic decisions are taken by the state only or state machineries. Here the state involves 100%. So you can say that there isn't any wastage of natural resources. Why? Because the production is maybe done according to the requirement of the society only. So we write here features of socialist system. Now what are the features? What we have discussed, that is the features. Features is always a one-liner. Resources are owned by the state. Owned by the state. Okay. Rather than profit, social welfare is at the center. Understood? This is the second most important features of the socialist system. Second one is that all the decisions, economic decisions are taken by the states. Last one is that laborers get wages in return of work. So I have written only labors. Now you just see that benefits of the socialist system. Now what are the benefits of the socialist system? We'll just see that first of all we can say exactly opposite of the market system. Here basic commodities are exported, or you can say implemented, rather than you can say luxurious product. Second one is that as the decision related to the productions are taken by the state, the wastage of resources are not done here. Why? Because the production is maybe done according to the requirements of the state, or you can say society. So why the resources are wasted? That is the full stop. Disparity of income and property is removed. Here the disparity, or you can say income, is not increasing of only one person. Here the entire state government, or you can say government is involved. So disparity income is here removed. There is a fear of, or you can say consumers are not exploited also. So these are the benefits. Now last one is that mixed economy, or you can say disadvantage of the socialist system is that motivation and encouragement is not done. That is the, you can say, disadvantage is that there is a lack of individual freedom in this system. So due to complete interference of the state, there is a fear of bureaucracy. These are the limitation of the socialist system. Now last one is that mixed economy. Mixed economy emerged due to failure of market and you can say socialist system. India, France and England, these kind of countries economically developed through this system. So students, here we have completed our chapter number 15. Now we will move towards the map filling information. Now students, right now we have discussed about the map filling information. Okay, in map filling information we have taken chapter number 14 and 15. Understood? Sorry, chapter number 11 and 15. Sorry, 14. Chapter number 11 and 14. So two informations each we have asked. Two from chapter number 11, chapter number 14, two questions. Understood? Now we'll see. We'll take first of all chapter number 11. In chapter number 11 there are multi-purpose project. So here 5 multi-purpose project I have shown you. Understood? According to that you will prepare from that table. For example, first one is that Bhakra Nangal. Understood? It most probably what happened, you just show that beneficiary state. Punjab, it is in Punjab. So Bhakra Nangal is in Punjab. Understood? On which river? Satluj river. Second one is that Sardar Sarovar project is on Narmada river. So I have drawn the Narmada river and I written Sardar Sarovar project. And most probably just sign of the multi-purpose project is same. You must have to draw in this way and draw the sign of multi-purpose project like this way. Curved shape is the shape, you can say sign of river. On that river you will be having the multi-purpose project. So this is the sign of multi-purpose project. Third one, Tungabhadra on river Tungabhadra. You just see that in Karnataka I have drawn that on the river of Tungabhadra there is a multi-purpose project, is in the state of Karnataka. Next one is that Hirakud multi-purpose project is on the river of Mahanadi, that I also have drawn. And the last one is Kosi multi-purpose project is in Bihar. So students, in this way you just see that I have drawn 5. Understood? Due to less space you just refer all the entire table which is given in chapter number 11. Now we will move towards the chapter number 14. Another 2 informations, that total 5 national waterways that I have shown over here. First of all, waterway number 1, national waterway number 1 is it between Allahabad to Haldia. On the which river? Ganga river. On Ganga river we will be having the first national waterway which is length is 1620 km. 1620 km. First national waterway between Allahabad to Haldia. Very easy. From you can say Uttar Pradesh to Paschim, you can say West Bengal, Western Bengal. Next one is that on national waterway number 2, Dhubri to Sadia is on which river? Brahmaputra river, and that is of also you can say 891 kilometer. 891 kilometer. On which river? Brahmaputra river. Dhubri to Sadia, between these 2 places. Now third number national waterway, which is over here between Kollam to Kottapuram, that I have shown here. Kollam to Kottapuram, very small waterway in Kerala, that is national waterway number 3, Kollam to Kottapuram, and it is of 250 kilometer. 250 kilometer. Now fourth number is there, Pondicherry and Kakinada. It's on Godavari river. It's on Godavari river, that is Kakinada to Pondicherry. It is national waterway number 4, and the length of this is 1078. And the last one is that between Goenkheli to Talcher, it is of 588 kilometer on it's on Brahmini river. Now students, you just see that we have completed the entire revisions with all the chapters, all the question answers we have done, even map filling information also we have done. Now it's a humble request that before your paper you purchase 2 political maps of India. How many? 2 political maps. Political in the sense it shows the state boundary. That kind of 2 maps you will purchase before your paper, or you can say examinations, because these things you need to show in the map which is not provided by school. You must have to purchase by your own. Understood? And stick in your answer sheet. So students, please go through all 3 videos carefully. Watch the video carefully, complete, or you can say go through the worksheet, prepare it well, and best of luck for the exam.